hold you back from your career, or no? Did it motivate you more, would you say, having your kids?
That is a really tough question. I think that when I had kids, I put everything aside because at the time that's all I kind of wanted to do, and my main new focus and my new goal was to be the best mum that I could be, you know. And I think that's a great goal to have, but also quite scary because I kind of lost myself because all I wanted to do was be the best kind of mum and you know, be there, and you can do that, but you can also be yourself. And I think that's what happens with motherhood, is that we concentrate so much on our kids because we love them, and like it's a whole new world for us, and we're sleep deprived, and you know, our friends can't understand us because they might not be in the same route as us, you know what I mean? And then there's it's just a whole new experience. So for me, I kind of got rocked by being a mom for the first time, and then I got the hang of it by the second time round. But it definitely, I felt like I didn't want to be a model anymore because, like, you know, I just wanted to focus on my kids and my family. That was my new goal, and that was what I wanted to kind of do. And and then it was kind of like, okay, well, now how do I get back to me? Like, you know, what did I actually like to do? And some of those things I didn't like to do as much anymore, which was okay. You know, I found that I like to do this stuff instead, and it kind of just opened up everything else. And then I kind of got to explore myself again. And it was just, motherhood was definitely an interesting time for me. I loved it so much. Like, obviously, I love my babies, and they were so cute and small, but it was definitely a learning curve. Like, it doesn't come with a book, you know. You're like, what do I feel like feeding them? And like, you know, and then, you know, a lot of my friends, like, they're good. It was great because I feel like over the time you cull a lot of friends, you know, for whatever reasons. And I love my friends. I have friends from, like, you know, when I was 2 or 3, still to this day. I'm very close with them all. And then I have friends that I had to let go of, and that was really hard for me because I thought they would be friends for life, but you know, they didn't contribute or they weren't there, and that was okay because that was just their journey and we had our journey. And then a lot of friends came back after they had kids as well, and then we reconnected. So it's just a whole nother world, and I think it does shake you because you're trying to find yourself, your partner as well at the time. Like, you go through a lot.
To juggle, like, you've just had this new baby, and then you got to focus on, like, the baby, and then your marriage, and
most definitely, and then work, you know, as well. And then there was COVID. It was just a bit of a crazy time. But you know, you get through it. I think that every time there is an obstacle or like a traumatic experience in someone's life, it's how you kind of get past that, and deal with it. That can, you know, that actually grows you and makes you, you know, a better person, whether it's a better person or a stronger person. You know, but also I found that I used to have a lot of anxiety when I was younger, like 20, and about certain things. And as I've gotten older, I had some horrific stuff happen, and now, like, my anxiety is gone because I'm like, well, it's nothing to worry about. It's all things that I'm worrying about the future that haven't happened yet, that might not ever happen, you know. And then it can't be as bad as what I've just been through. And if it is, well, I got through that, so I can get through this again. I really think so.
You go through one bad thing in your life, and you're like, you know what, I can achieve anything now. Like, I've overcome that. I just got to keep pushing.
Most definitely. I think it's like you just keep going, and then those things, and you know, something huge for someone might not be huge for you, but it's their, you know, trauma that they're dealing with. So it's just good to give them the support.
Everyone goes through different things.
At different times.
It doesn't seem big to you doesn't mean it's not big to them.
And I think just being supportive and like being a good friend. You know, even if someone's not a good friend to you, just you gotta put it back out there. Good karma always comes back. You just be kind. My mom would always say, just be kind to everybody, you know. And so I teach my daughters that, just be kind regardless if people are not kind to you.
Exactly.
And then hopefully the good karma will come back. So
it always does. You put it out there and it comes back to you. You don't want to put out the negative stuff.
No, you don't. There's too much of that around as well.
The moment you look back on it, I'm like, oh, I can't believe that happened.
Oh, like even earlier today, my gym pants ripped.
Oh, yes.
So I've been walking around with this big hole in my bottom. And I was like, how has this happened to me? But you know, I kind of just laugh it off. I'm one of those people who just laugh at myself. I mean, I'm here now, just wrap something around myself. I'm not going to let it stop me from enjoying
doing what you need to do.
what I want to do, or like, you know. And if it's really embarrassing, I think that by taking that approach to laugh at yourself, I think I'm that type of person that I actually tell people about the most embarrassing thing that happened to me. Like, I'll tell people about this. They're like, why did you just tell me that? Like, you could have gotten away with it. I'm like, because it's funny, and I feel like a little bit better about it now.
If I tell someone.
But kind of just, I mean, I kind of just that type of stuff. I don't think I've really been embarrassed. I've never done anything to put myself in a situation
where it's been real bad.
Where it's been real bad. More so, I'd probably just fall over or slip or rip a dress or something like that. Not necessarily.
You've never been out like drinking one night and woken up in the morning thinking, why did I do that? Did I say something?
Oh, look, I probably done like small things like that, but I try like not to kind of thing. And more so like, yeah, I haven't ever, I don't know. I don't even know what embarrassing thing would be. Like it was,
You just laugh at anything.
Just laugh at myself if something happens, if I fall over.
It's good though that you can laugh at yourself. You don't get too embarrassed. You're not just like, oh.
Yes, I think it's super important just because, you know, it's if you get so caught up in it, no one actually cares. My dad actually would say another great thing. He goes, no one actually cares. They're too busy looking at themselves to be looking at you.
That is so true though. You know what I mean? You do just want to look at yourself.
He goes, who are you looking at right now? And I'm like, myself. I'm like, what does my hair look like? He goes, I don't know what your hair looks like. You're looking at your hair. Do you know what I mean? Or whatever it was that I was like, you know, I'm like, are you sure? Like it doesn't look right. He goes, no one actually cares because you care because you're looking at it.
Exactly.
But they're all looking at themselves as well. So it was quite funny. And as soon as he said that, I was like, you're so right. So
that is very true. Now you said that, because when you do go out somewhere, you do pay attention to yourself. Like, is my hair looking okay? Is my makeup okay?
And when you see your girlfriend, you go, wow, they look amazing. You know, and then be like, oh my God, I've been doing my hair. They might be like, oh, it looks tragic. And I'd be like, you look fantastic. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't ever see that. You know,
you don't. And you always nitpick yourself, though.
Most definitely.
I feel like we nitpick ourselves so much.
Oh, all the time.
Like,
I'm my worst critic. I am my worst enemy. I am, most definitely.
How do you work on that? Like, how do you
I think
stay positive?
I do, like, I think I accept it. You know, I still nitpick, but then I accept that, you know, and I also just like give more compliments to other people or appreciate them for, do you know what I mean? That way I'm like, you know, it's actually okay. Like I might not like what I look like in the mirror sometimes. And some people might think that's crazy, but I'm grateful, for example, I still have my hands, my feet, do you know what I mean? My health and stuff. So when I just say, look, okay, I don't know why I'm whinging about that. It's very materialistic when I should be grateful for the things that I do have. And then if I kind of change that mindset, then it kind of, you know, gets me out of that, oh, I want to look like that or be like that or whatever. And if it's like, okay, well, if you want that so bad, then just do it, you know?
So what advice would you give your daughters growing up? Because they're girls.
Yes.
So
party all the time.
The Gold Coast for you.
That's the Gold Coast for you.
It doesn't sound like it's getting any.
It doesn't sound like it's getting any more quieter. And they'll be like, I am friendly, I am beautiful, I am intelligent, I am kind, and I am grateful.
That is such a good idea.
So then when that's kind of enforced into their brains, so over time they will know that they are these, you know, 5 things, and we plus them and change them and whatever, but mostly especially beautiful, intelligent, kind. I want them to be, you know, grateful and calm. And so that way, those things definitely, but just be yourself and keep going. And just if you want something bad enough, just keep going for it. No one else is going to get you there but you. My girls are quite ambitious already. So
Did they get that from you?
Well, maybe.
What were you like as a kid? Were you very ambitious?
I was actually shy, guys.
Oh, okay.
I know. Everyone's like, I don't believe you. I was like, I was very shy. I was shy, and I would say, like, I would hide my confidence. This is what happened to me over the years. I'd hide my shyness with confidence. Like, I would just kind of fake it. And because I thought, fake it till you make it. Because I thought that if you looked shy, sometimes you can come off as rude. Do you know what I mean? And I'd rather look confident, you know, and so I look friendly and stuff, so I didn't look rude, you know. I don't know. And then I kind of grew into it, and obviously the personal development stuff helped, but I was quite a shy kid, but I think I was quite determined at different times. But it was a different world back then, the 90s. Do you know what I mean? Very different compared to now.
Been very different.
And I traveled a lot with my mom and dad. I had a nanny, and it was just different to how my kids kind of grown up. It was only one of me, so I didn't have any.
So you're an only child.
I'm an only child. So I was a lonely child.
Spoiled.
I wouldn't say spoiled, but yes, spoiled. No.
Yeah.
No, I had a great relationship with my mom and dad. So, and they worked. They just constantly travelled for work. So I was lucky enough to go with them a lot of the times. And yeah.
Yeah. What did they do for work?
Same as my nutrition business. So I actually learnt off my mom and dad. They have a great legacy, and then I'm now building my international business. And they're mentoring. Well, my mom's mentoring me, and I've got other mentors like George and Tony. They're around as well that have helped me immensely. And yeah, I'm very grateful.
So you've always grown up around nutrition and health.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. So I love embedding that into my children as well. Like I'll do things like go to Pilates and I'll bring them, and so they can see me doing that. And like this morning, my girl was doing like sit-ups and push-ups, or just be like, oh no, let's have a carrot because that's healthy. And like I don't really push that stuff on them. If they want to exercise, they can exercise. I think sport's great for that, you know, as a child.
It is.
But just, you know, kind of giving them that healthy mindset around food.
So much for having me.
No, thank you for having me on your podcast. I'm very grateful. And I look forward to seeing all the other ones that you've got upcoming as well.